Hey y'all, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are going to be talking about periods. Why am I trying to do a thumbnail? But we're gonna be talking about periods. I wish I was able to find my heating pad, because that would have been a perfect thing to put in this video, which I need to find before my period comes. But this is a safe place. This is for all the girls that is wondering about periods, all the girls that are wondering about what it's like to have a period, what to expect when your period comes, or ways to, better maintain your own period, including with the hygiene. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so first we're gonna talk about the types of things you can use with your period. There's a thing called a Diva cup. Diva cup is just like a little cup you put inside of you, and it'll fill with blood, and you have to clean that out, and then you can reinsert. Well, you have to sterilize. I suggest sterilizing it before you put it up inside you. But yeah, that's one thing. I don't use a Diva cup, so, but it is something that some females do use. Another thing is you have pads. Oh, hold on, let me go get one more thing. Okay, so what you have is pads. There are different pads. There are overnight pads, or thicker. Well, these are the overnight pads right here. Excuse me. You have the overnight pads. You have the medium size pads. It all depends on your flow of your period or how heavy your period is. Sometimes you can be really heavy. 9 times out of 10, I'm either using one of these two pads, because my period is heavy sometimes. Well, most of the time it's really heavy, so I either use one of these two, plus they're more comfortable. And then you have the thinner pads here. This is more so almost as thin as this right here. This right here is called a panty liner. This is when you're having any type of discharge or anything. You don't, obviously sometimes you're gonna have discharge when you're not wearing a panty liner, and it's gonna mess up your underwear. But this is most of the time if you don't really want to mess up your underwear too much, you can put this in your underwear. And these are really cheap. These are pretty cheap. I remember when they were 99 cents, but they went up to like $1 and almost $2 now, inflation. But this is a panty liner for like your discharge or anything. You just slip it in your underwear and you're good to go. This right here is for, I guess you can use this as a panty liner also. It's really thin. I rarely use this because my period is more so on the heavy side. 9 times out of 10, if I use this, I'm using it with a tampon. Some people use it as a panty liner. Some people use this with their tampon. I use it personally. I use it with my tampon. Or they might use it when it's on their lighter days and they don't want to use the really thick pads. So, and same for this one. These are basically like the same size. This one's just a bit bigger, as you can see. Ooh, what? This one's just a bit bigger, as you can see in size. But either or, you can use these when your period's really light, or when you want to use it with your tampon. If you always have like excess bleeding, more bleeding coming out, use it with your tampon. These are the things that most younger girls are scared of. And I'm gonna be honest, I was one of those girls. I used to be scared of tampons also. I remember when I was younger and I tried a tampon and it hurt. It hurt me. Well, in my opinion, it hurt. More so like a pressure thing, but to me it hurt. One of the best ways to put in a tampon, as I can explain, is putting your leg up. If you're bleeding a lot, I say do it in the tub. Put your leg up on the side of the tub and spread your legs a little bit and insert. I guess I can show y'all how to use it. I guess I'll go ahead and show y'all how you can use it. Educational video. I'm just kidding. No, but for real, some girls really need this, so I'm trying to be helpful and show you girls how to use it. So this is what the tampon looks like. Depends, they have bigger sizes too. This is just a longer one. They're both a small. This one's just more so a pocket sized one, so this is the same thing. This one's just pocket size. So This is the tampon. You basically make sure this string doesn't go up here. And also, make sure when you use the tampon, make sure your string is always hanging out. Please don't get your string stuck up in there with the tampon, because then you're going to have to do some deep diving to get it out of there, okay? So make sure your string is always hanging out when you put the tampon in. Me personally, how I like to put the tampon in, I just put my leg up on the toilet and insert it that way. Some people might insert it. There's different ways people insert it. I always have it where I put my leg up, or sometimes it's to the point where I don't have to. So yeah, but some of the best ways is just to put your leg up and put the tampon in, because there's a better angle or way of getting it in there. But the way I say, and then you just push, I'm just showing y'all how to use it. So you take your finger and you basically put it in there, and then you're gonna push this. Sorry if you hear some noise, I'm always on the phone. But me personally, I slowly push it in there because I don't want to just push it up in there, because then that gives me discomfort. I like to make sure it's comfortable. And when you put the tampon in, you should not feel it. If you feel, you can feel the tampon up in there. I mean, okay, when you're first time using the tampon or first time getting used to the tampon, you're going to feel something in there. You're going to feel like, oh yeah, something is there. But after a while, if you start using it and get used to the tampon, you shouldn't really feel nothing up in there. But if you do feel something, you might need to readjust the way you put it in there. Because most of the time, I don't really feel it in there anymore. When I first used it, yes, I could tell it was in there. But basically, you take it and you just push. I go slowly. I don't really go fast. And you just slowly push. And then, boom, it'll be inside of you. And this part, you throw away. This part, you will be up in you. And this little part right here is going to expand with blood. And then when you're pulling it out, see, I'm going to use this. When you're pulling it out, I don't say rip it. You don't know what is near. You don't want to rip something and like it hurts something in you. Slowly pull it out. And there you go. And you throw it away. Tampons, you're not supposed to keep a tampon in no more than 8 hours. Me personally, I try and definitely change it before anywhere near 8 hours. Sometimes I'll do it. Well, it depends on how much you're bleeding. Me, I bleed pretty much a lot, so I end up changing mine every like 2 hours. So yeah, I used to be, when I was younger, I was more of a pads girl. Now I'm more of a tampons girl, because it just feels a lot better to me. I don't really like the feeling of me sitting in my blood or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. It's not really you sitting in your blood, but it's like your blood is there. And it's like the feeling just, and the feeling I would get when I had a pad of the gushing, hated it. Tampons, I don't feel no gushing or nothing when I get up. But one thing I will say, this is a safe place. You don't have to worry. The girls that use pads is the girls that use pads. The girls that use tampons is the girls that use tampons. I still use both. I still use pads sometimes, or I still use tampons. I'm in the middle. I use both. Depends on what I'm feeling. This isn't a place to bash any other girls about, oh, you use tampons, or, oh, you use pads, you're still like a little girl. No. It's all about your preference. It's all about your comfort and what you're comfortable with. A lot of girls aren't comfortable with sticking something up in them. And sometimes it might be extremely uncomfortable for them. So they might be better with pads. Or some girls are not comfortable with pads, and they don't like how it feels with them sitting, with the pad on. So they use tampons. Each girl has their own preference of what they like to use. And I think this is just, we're all females. We all go through the same type of cycle and everything every month. So I think we just need to be respectful to each other. And, I remember there was a whole thing going around with people talking about girls still using pads and stuff. Don't bash nobody for what they use when it's their time of the month. That time of the month is hard for all of us. We're already going through cramps and many things. That is the next topic we're going to be talking about, is cramps. But it's a lot of things that we go through during that time of life. We have mood swings, cramps, cravings, back pain, breast pain. It's a lot of things we go through with that. So I think it's not something we should bash each other for what we use to carry our waste out of our body. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, waste, whatever word you want to use, to be honest. But let's go ahead and talk about cramps. Okay, so now on to the next one, which is cramps. Menstrual cramps, the things that make you want to fight somebody, that thing that make you want to punch somebody, that thing that make you want to just jump off a bridge or jump off your balcony or jump off a cliff or jump off of Stone Mountain. Like, them things be beating your butt every month, girl. I feel you. But let me tell you some ways that you can help fix it. Well, like, some girls don't like to take medicine. Bruh, I wish I could find my yamen. I call it a yamen, but it's most likely not called a yamen. I'm gonna show y'all. Matter of fact, I can find a picture and I'm gonna put it up here on the side. Right here. That was so. Put it in the description down below for y'all so y'all can go and purchase it from Amazon. Because y'all, that thing saved me. I went on a little thing where I want to use any pain pills. It's to the point now I don't even really use any pain pills because you're not really supposed to you're not really supposed to have a lot of pain pills for like Advil and I forgot what the rest of it is called. Advil, Tylenol. I forgot I don't know what that other one's called that they say is strictly for menstrual cramps, but you're not really supposed to put all that in your body because it's eating the lining of your stomach. So go and get you that. It's called basically what you can put in on Amazon, but I'm also linking in the description. It's portable, I believe. I don't know if it's portable, but it's cordless heating pad. You can just put in heating pad for. I'm just kidding. Heating pad for menstrual cramps or heating pad for cramps, and it'll come up. That thing is the best thing you can use if you don't want to use any type of medicine or pain medication or anything. That is the best thing I can tell you to use because it gets me through the worst cramps. I put it on that vibrating setting and level 2 heat. Now I'm gonna tell you, be careful if you're using it directly on your stomach because that thing gets hot. It gets burning hot unless your cramps are like stabbing you so bad. When it's doing that to me, I turn that thing all the way to number 3 and I be in my bed and I go straight to bed. I put on Grey's Anatomy and I'm out. So that thing has been really helping me for when I'm not using medicine or any type of pain medication. But for the girls that's like, oh, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to go through that pain, because I'm gonna tell you, with that why do I want to say heatless? The heating pad on, you are still gonna feel cramps and stuff like that, but eventually it'll die down. The most it really does is it dies it down a lot more. Like if your cramps are like, oh my god, gonna kill you, like your cramps are killing you, that thing will turn all the way to like 1 or maybe 2. So that's a good thing. It's better than being at 100 or 10. So for the people that don't want to be like, that's like, no, I don't want no heating pad, I want the medication. The type of medication I use Advil, the gel Advil. That thing works wonders. Tylenol, no. Tylenol doesn't help me. I say Advil. Advil helps me. The Advil gel, I got those. My older sister gave it to me one time. No pain. I felt no pain. So I recommend those. The Advil gel ones, I recommend those for you. And what I will say for when you're on your period, just make sure you're eating. Make sure you're eating very well. There's a lot of things that you're not supposed to eat. I'm not about to sit here and go through the whole list of what you can eat and not eat. Because, boo, I'm going to tell you, one thing to avoid, though, is avoid dairy. Because one thing I will say avoid during your period, though, is dairy. Because I learned it the hard way. I didn't believe people when they said don't drink milk and all that. I went and ate a bowl of cereal and them cramps punched me in my face. I wasn't cramping at all. After I finished that, oh no, I was on the floor crying. Like, avoid milk, avoid dairy, avoid anything with milk in it, avoid anything with eggs in it, avoid it. I'm gonna tell you a million times, don't do it. No matter how bad you crave that bowl of cereal, don't do it, girl, because it's not worth it. And I want to tell you, you can take the pills all you want. It's still gonna slap you. I'm just telling you now, it's still gonna slap you. So all I gotta tell you is avoid the milk, avoid the eggs. Wait until your days are up. If you're lucky, you have a short period, you can do it. Me, I go through almost 7 days of my period with none of that. So, I mean, but it's up to you. Like, I'm not telling you don't do it, but I'm telling you don't do it. Like, I'm trying to save you from the pain because I did it multiple times and I still haven't learned my lesson. But just to save you, just a little tip, avoid the milk, okay? But other than that, I don't really know the whole list of what not to eat and what to eat to help with cramps, or what not to eat that'll make cramps worse. I don't go by the thing. I just know eat a lot of fruits and veggies. Avoid a lot of sugar. But try to eat healthy, please. Almonds. I do know almonds help magnesium. Is it almonds? I don't know. But I know it helps a little bit. There is some things. One thing though, I would be careful about any type of bath salts or whatever they say relieves cramps or whatever. Be careful with that because you don't want to throw off your pH balance. But other than that, I say you're pretty good to go. For all the girls that are new to periods and stuff, it's okay. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be scared. We all go through it. We're all here to support each other. This is a safe space. If you all have any questions about, your period, or you have any videos, any younger girls that are getting ready to start their period or scared about them starting their period and, don't have anyone to really tell them about it, I am open to answering any questions or helping. Just comment any questions, feel free. Or if you want it in a more private conversation, you can email me. My email is in the description down below. This is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys for my next one.